G'day folks, today what I want to talk about is magnesium, starting fire with magnesium and a ferrous rod. And there's a few different types. You've got this as like a military type, very small ferrous rod, but a heap of magnesium on it and a scraper. And the idea being you scrape the magnesium off the block, form a little pile about half as big as a pea, and then strike a spark into it on top of your tinder, and it give you a very high heat. Your ferrous rod, the smaller one, will only give you about a 2000 Fahrenheit spark, and the bigger you go on those rods, the hotter they get. But even the biggest of them, the big bubba ones you pay 80 bucks for, will only give you like a 3000 Fahrenheit spark. But if you mix it with magnesium, that gives you a 5610 Fahrenheit spark. So you don't need such a big spark. Everyone's going for these massive big rods. You only need a little spark with a bit of magnesium to do the job, even on damp tinder. So I'll just show you how it's done. Today I'm using stringy bark, but it can be grass, it can be leaves, it can be anything that in your area works well. I mean, every area is different. Around here I'd use stringy bark like I'm using. You crush it and fluff it up. The more hairier it is, the better that thing will take a spark. So I'll do the same with grass, I'll do the same with leaves. I'll make it as hairy as I can, fluffy as I can. And fluff it all up. Make a little nest out of it. And as a rule, I would just scrape magnesium into a little pile in that thing, or with that, on that. But today, I've already got some that's been scraped because I drilled a hole in that thing, put a lanyard through it, and I'm waste not, want not. I'll use a bit of that. It's probably, after a gas lighter, it would be my second port of call, is to use the ferrous rod. So I'll show you with the smallest of them. You don't need a big big ferrous rod. The smallest of them. It's the magnesium that makes the difference. Where are we? Find the sharp side and place it down in front of it. There we go. It's just a matter of hitting the right spot and away you go. And you've got your fire. But that is totally waterproof. You carry that in your pocket or whatever. I mean, you can have them in your pack, but you know, the thing is, you can get detached from a pack. You could fall in the river and lose your pack. Someone could knock it off. If you just carry one of those in your pocket. It's early man. It was the biggest thing he carried was his fire technique, and it was carried in like a bum bag underneath his clothes. He had it with him all the time because he knew if he lost it, that could be the end of him. But that's your ferrous rod and your titanium. It gives you a great advantage. And you don't need big rods. You just need a bit of magnesium and a small rod. Easy peasy.